Wisdom Whisper Series 4. The Meaning of Life and Wisdom. In an ancient era, there was a place called the Valley of Time, where the passage of time was different from human perception. In this valley, there live a variety of creatures with different perceptions and understandings of time. The morning mushrooms are the tiniest creatures in the valley, and they live only one day. For them, the rising of the sun is the beginning of life, and the setting of the sun is the end of life. The morning mushrooms cannot understand the waxing and waning changes of the moon. For them, the world is the length of a day. The opposite of the morning mushrooms is the cicadas, which are insects that live on the branches of trees. Although the life cycle of the cicadas is longer than that of the morning mushrooms, it only lives for one season. Although they experience the alternation of spring and summer, autumn and winter are still unknown to them, and they cannot experience the changes of the 4 seasons. In the deepest part of the Valley of Time, there lived a mysterious sage, whom people called Ming Ling. Ming Ling's lifespan was thousands of years, and he considered 500 years as spring and 500 years as autumn. In his eyes, the world changed slowly and grandly, and he could see the movement of the stars and the changes of the earth. In this ancient forest, there is a tree called Great Toona. Its crown reaches high into the sky. Great Toona has a spring of 8,000 years and an autumn of 8,000 years. It is almost as old as the Valley of Time. The legendary longevity man Peng Zu, after hearing the wisdom of the Ming Ling, embarked on a journey to find the Valley of Time. Although Peng Zu had lived for 800 years, his heart was still full of doubts and explorations. When Peng Zu finally found Ming Ling, he asked, "Wise man, I have lived for 800 years, but I am still confused. You have lived for so long. Is there anything new in the world for you?" Ming Ling replied, "Peng Zu, the world is endless, and every moment is full of changes. Although I have lived for many years, every bloom and fall of flowers, every ebb and flow of the tide, brings me new insights. Longevity gives me the opportunity to observe the world in depth, but the true meaning does not lie in the length of life. It lies in how we use our time to feel, to learn, and to love. Even a short life can have a profound experience." Ming Ling asked Peng Zu, "Peng Zu, I heard that you humans are all pursuing longevity, and you are their role model, but do you really understand the meaning of longevity?" Peng Zu replied, "I have been seeking the secret of immortality. I think this is the greatest blessing of life." Ming Ling shook his head and said, "Longevity does not mean eternity. Although your life is long, it is still short compared with this great tuna tree and the eternity of nature. The meaning of life does not lie in its length, but in how you spend every moment." Ming Ling pointed to the mushrooms and the cicadas and said, "Although the lives of the mushrooms and cicadas are short, they live busy and fulfilling lives, completing the missions given by nature, realizing the value of their lives, and living a healthy life. It's wonderful." The Ming Ling continued, "True immortality is not the immortality of the body, but the eternal existence of the spirit. Look at this tree. It has been growing for thousands of years, but one day it will return to dust. However, it will complete its mission. Its seeds will spread new life, continue to realize their value, and its story will be passed down by future generations. This is true immortality." Peng Zu was deeply touched by Ming Ling's words, and he began to re-examine his life. He decided to let go of his obsession with longevity and began to cherish every moment, live in the present, and realize his own value like the morning mushrooms and the cicadas. His mind gained true freedom and carefreeness, and he began to devote himself to the improvement of spirit and wisdom, teaching people how to live a healthy life and how to cherish every moment. Many years later, Peng Zu's body passed away with time, but his teachings and wisdom live on in people's hearts. As the guardian of the Valley of Time, Ming Ling continues to witness the birth and death of every life, and guides the creatures in the valley with his wisdom. This story of Zhuangzi has been passed down, reminding us that every life, no matter how long or short, should be lived meaningfully, pursuing inner peace and a deep understanding of the world. True immortality does not lie in the eternity of the flesh, but in the inheritance of the spirit and the spread of wisdom.